Why in so many cases dreams do not become a reality and so many have disappointment in their life? Oris, I have a simple question which I think is of interest to many. You said that the human was made in God's image and after God's likeness, as the Bible says. As informational combinations. Yes, as informational combinations, and naturally it is very important to know, why does this information come to us so late? Why is there such a discrepancy between what we dream and what we get in reality? Why is it so hard for us to find our own purpose? Often, we can see a lot of broken lives when people get disappointed in life. They are faced with some real discrepancy between what they dreamed of and what they wanted and what came in life, in any field, professional, self-realization, whether it's family, children, in any life field. Why does this discrepancy happen, and how to achieve this harmony, where you can find your purpose and follow this path? I do not want to say to go without obstacles, because in any case we gain valuable experience, but how to find your purpose and follow this path without any disappointments, where to find our true desires when we can actually realize them. The matter is that particular levels of our self-consciousness dream, but together with them we have to realize that many other various levels, because our self-consciousness is structured with a variety of operating levels, which are active in different ways at different times, with different processes of life creativity. Say, for some levels, sex is important, for other levels, intellect is important, for third levels, the ability for some professional realization, for example, politics, sports, some social environment is crucial. All this is realization of various levels. All of them are organized based on synthesis in our self-consciousness of two spirals: all love, all wisdom, and all will, all intelligence. All love, all wisdom can be interpreted as basis for various mental reactions, and all will, all intelligence is basis for our cognitive realizations, the ones that we interpret as intellect, reasoning, prudence, and so on. All these realizational forms in great degree are conditioned by the presence of bio-creators of our brain, our perception system. All complexity is in the fact that some levels of our self-consciousness have realized in greater degree the dream of one thing, but other levels have realized in lesser degree and dream of completely different things, often about opposite. The main task is to bring this all into synthesis, to bring it into harmony, but for that it is necessary to go through many various realization processes. When a person does not agree with some of his inner desires, needs, it leaves a part of his personal self-consciousness not realized, for example, because there are no appropriate circumstances. Take sex, for example. This field is the most familiar and comprehensible to all. Some standards, some models of sexual behavior we do not accept, but secretly want to experience. We do not accept them due to the fact that certain areas of the brain, the cingulate cortex, part of the limbic system, which is responsible for planning, conscious. Some are human states, are better, more qualitative conceptions, are active in sufficient degree and do not give us the opportunity to sink to the level of some animal relations. But some part of personal self-consciousness has a need for this. This leads to internal conflict, which creates inner stress situation within our perception system. We, in fact, by being torn between want and cannot, have to move away from those dreams, those prospects that we have outlined for ourselves. For example, you as a woman have set for yourself to achieve this, but after meeting a guy, you become completely dependent on him, and your previous vital interest has moved to the back. Current interests have blinded your dreams, despite the fact that you were sincere in your dreams. I do not mean you in particular, I mean in general. And so it happens that takes place a shift to other development scenarios, and not the ones you dreamed about. But if you had these levels synthesized, meaning if there were appropriate circumstances for the realization in the direction you dreamed of, then you would have moved to such scenarios, such worlds, to such variants of your existence, where this necessity would have been realized. But due to the fact that this need has faced a conflict with other part of you, your other personal states, it has corrected your dream in translating it into reality. Current interests have generated a lot of choices that did not correspond with such choices, which would lead you to such version of a scenario where your dream is realized. On the basis of these conflicts are realized various stress states. The so-called negativism, all kinds of depressive disorders. After all, we usually dream about good things, but when we realize ourselves through a variety of negative choices, the vibration of our choices and what we dreamed of, being in a beautiful, good, positive state, strongly disagree. When we only get to the desired version of our development scenario, when the algorithm of our self-consciousness will fully resonate with the algorithm that we have outlined in our dream. And it does not match because of negativity presence within us. Of our points of view, our opinions on this matter, this creates dissonant distance between the dream and the reality in which you are present. Dissonant distance creates the effect of space. The more there is dissonant distance, the more space separates you with their desired reality. The greater the distance between the current reality and the dream you aspire to, the more you will have such tensor dissonant states. The farther, and farther away each of your dreams will move. And so, in each area of life, every life phenomena, you want one thing, but at the same time within yourself, you often generate completely different energy, completely different conceptions. You think that dream will come true by itself, but it is not so. The dream comes true only when configuration, energy information of your identity will fully match the configuration of the identity you dreamed of. You have imagined, and they will merge. So it is necessary to be aligned with such continuum, which you now imagine as your dream. Everything happens at once. Such you, which you dreamed of, already exists somewhere. Probably there, you perceive yourself in another time, for example, in the year 2020. In order to get to 2020 here, you need to change your configuration in such a way that it is precisely correspondent with the point of your existence called the 2020 year. Exactly in such a type of space-time relations, where you are surrounded by the reality that you dreamed of. The difference can only be in some details, but the general feeling, general conditions can be very similar to what you dreamed of. And even if they can match some grand experiences, but I do not know these types of experiences. There may be even more ambitious than you dreamed of. Then you will move not into such a scenario where exists what you dreamed of, but because you were able to resolve something within yourself. To so much improve something for the better, in more qualitative direction, that you will merge together with such a configuration that is present in even more qualitative continuum.